Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is lesson 34. Today we're going to look at the difference between pedestrian and passerby. Yeah, I've had it come up a couple of times that students might ask, what's the difference between these two? Because they both, you could use them both for, somebody walking in a street, but let's take a look. There are some clear differences. All right, so first let's look at pedestrian. Here's the definition. Someone who is walking in a town or city as opposed to motorists or people riding bicycles. All right, here's one thing to note right away. A pedestrian should be in a town or city. It should be in an area that has traffic, especially cars, like crosswalks, people going by. Um, so that's how we usually use pedestrian. Pedestrians usually walk on a sidewalk. So let's take a look. We don't use the word pedestrian if someone is walking through nature in the countryside. Has to be a city. So there's one major clear difference here. All right, so let's take a look at the first example. Pedestrians should walk on the sidewalk. Okay, we can say that. Pedestrians should cross the street at the crosswalk. All right, so again, it's all sort of a city scene, city atmosphere, city situation. Um, okay, well, let's take a look at passerby. Passerby, someone who is casually, walking by something by chance. Yeah, they're not running. They're just taking their time. They just happen to be going, and then something happens. So that's what we mean. We usually use passerby to express the idea that someone is walking past something else that is happening, such as an incident or event. Yeah, it wasn't something planned. You weren't going there to see something. You were just walking by and something happened and that's it. You happen to see it. So you are a passerby. So let's take a look at the first example. Jasmine tripped and injured her leg while hiking up a mountain. She had to wait for a passerby to give her a hand and help her down the mountain. All right, so clearly this is not a city situation. This is not a town situation. Something happened. She fell down. She hurt her leg. She had to stay there. And maybe she was along a trail, so hopefully somebody would come by sooner or later. And she had to wait for a passerby who was going by, and hopefully he would help her right away, or yes, basically. So passerby to give her a hand and help her down the mountain. All right, good. Let's take a look at the second example here. A passerby witnessed the accident. Okay, so a passerby could be in a city too. Passerby, the main idea is that you're walking by something and something happens. So that could be in a city, that could be in the countryside. Pedestrian should be in a city or a town. Has to have traffic. Passerby does not have to have traffic, but something has to happen. Pedestrian, nothing actually has to happen. You could just be talking about pedestrians in general, just like here with the example. Pedestrians should walk on the sidewalk. Nothing specific or particular or unusual is happening there. So with pedestrian, nothing has to be happening. Of course, something could be happening, but it doesn't have to. All right, so here, there's a few clear differences right there. Okay, something else to note here. Remember the word passerby has a very irregular plural. It's very unusual. We know in English, usually we form a plural by adding an S at the end of the word, or some words, of course, we add ES. This one, you don't add it to the end. You actually add it to the, well, kind of like in the middle of the word. It actually is in the middle of the word. So passers-by, with the S right here, is the plural, not passerbys. So we don't put it at the end. That's actually wrong. This is the correct way. To put it in these after the passer, that's where the S goes to make it plural. To have passers-by. All right, and I gave you one example with the plural. Many passers-by did not stop to check if the unconscious man lying on the sidewalk needed help. Yeah, so everybody just kept walking by and not doing anything. I don't know. Maybe they thought he was drunk, or maybe they thought, I don't want to get involved, or who knows what happened. But they're just walking by this guy that's lying there unconscious. So again, we use the plural is in the center there. So again, just quickly review. Pedestrian should be in a city or a town. Nothing in particular has to be happening. Passerby could be anywhere. Could be in the countryside. Could be in the city. Um, it just something has to be happening. Pedestrians there should be some traffic around it or nearby it. All right, and that's basically the difference. I hope that clarifies the difference between the two. Thank you for your